Hello everyone, my name is Luke, and today we're going to be doing some plots using reverse pivot data along with the original data that it was made from in our console. So here we have our console here. Before we can get started, we need to install a few packages. So go up to Packages, click on Install. Go with just any of these, but Zero Cloud is probably better for that. Then we're going to be going down and choosing Biodiversity R, and I'm realizing I'm going the wrong direction. Sorry about that. Gonna want to make sure you choose the right thing here, otherwise the rest of these steps do not really work with one another, though that can be really said for any of the steps I'm about to show you. We're going to wait for that. Alright, with that now loaded in, we're going to type into the console here, library, parentheses, biodiversity R, close parentheses, click enter. Alright, once that's all loaded up, you'll see right here that it says to use the command biodiversity RGUI, parentheses, close parentheses. So that's what we're going to do here. Alright, now that our commander is up, we actually need to get the data in. So we're going to go to File Upload. It's depending on your computer, it's going to take a sec, so just be patient with it. Each one goes their own speed. Okay. So first, let's get our reverse pivot data. For today, we're using some bug data that was gathered from local streams. So we're going to get the reverse pivot. That's going to show up there near the bottom of your screen. And then we're going to get the regular data. Okay. With those now both up, you're going to want to go to the data part of R Commander, click on Import Data, and from File, Text, Clipboard, or URL, you're going to want the field separator to be set to comma, and probably you're going to want to name it something that is very recognizable. Otherwise, all of them are just going to be called dataset, dataset1, etc. So we'll call this one AMD bugs, press OK, go to desktop, and I'm going to click on the one that I imported. If it feels like it wants to load. Alright, sorry about that. So it is now here. Do the same thing for our reverse pivot again, comma, AMD reverse pivot. It's okay. Choose the reverse pivot, open. Okay, now that they are both on here, first thing we have to do is go over to Biodiversity R, go to Community Matrix, and make community dataset. For this, we're going to want to set the site variable rows to stream, species variable to attribute, abundance variable to value, and then we can leave subset options at all. Press OK. Alright, that's been set up, so you can cancel out of that. Okay, so and now that that's done, we can start getting to work here. Go down to analysis of ecological distances and clustering. For the most part, you can leave most of the stuff the same here, but you're going to want to go down to plot options all the way to the bottom to heat map thresher. You're going to want to press first OK, so the data's in there, and then plot. And now you have a heat map that sets up all your data, sets up, but for this one, it's our species and the different streams that we have. And you can read it from there. With that part, now we want to move on to different kinds of plots. But for that, we're going to need another tool. So we're going to want to go to Tools here, Load, RCM. We're going to go to the second one here. And we're going to click on the one with KMGGplot2. Press OK. Restart it now. Don't worry, all the stuff's still going to be there. Okay. You might notice that the data sets look like they're not there. However, if you go in here, you can put it right there, so they're still loaded. Alright, so we're going to do a couple plots using this new tool here. So let's start off with a box plot. For this, one thing, I'm going to want to put it to the regular data instead of the reverse pivot for this part. Go with box plot. For our x variable, we'll put pH. For our y variable, we'll just go down to one of the different bug species we have here. So let's go with Nematoda. And then for our facet variables, let's go with water quality type. Everything else looks good, so then we press OK. So you got a little box plot over here. Not getting too much data from that, but that's how you can start to set it up. You can try and mix and matching a lot of different variables to see how the plots react differently, or what you can get from them. Next, we're going to try a scatter plot here. So we're going to do pH again. We're going to choose IBI for our y variable, and water quality type. Click preview. Okay. So we see here we got our scatter plot set up, just showing different levels of pH quality in accordance with different water quality types, and then comparing that to our IBIs. We can close out of that, open up our commander. So for the most part, you can just look through the KMGGplots and just kind of play around with different sorts of charts here. So like, for instance, we can go to histograms. Let's see. We can look at the different species here. So let's just choose this one right here. Compare it to water quality type. Everything else looks good. Press OK. And then we can just get an idea of the density over here. So yeah, you can just play around with this a bit more, see what you can gather from looking around. but for the most part, that's mainly how you can use our console with your reverse pivot data. If you are confused about anything, try looking back on the video a bit. Maybe you can glean some answers by hearing me again. But otherwise, good luck with all of your statistics endeavors, and I hope for the best. See you.